Hey guys, how's it going? So a great question came in the Matchfit squad, which Yanni responded to. So great response, and I think it will help a lot of other players as well, especially if you're watching this as it's just been gone live. You know, with the current situation the world is in, if you're in some sort of lockdown, can't get to the gym just shut, quarantine, whatever it is. So the question basically is this player doesn't have any access to any strength training equipment, and firstly they're wanting to sort of develop their muscle mass a little bit. Secondly, they don't want to lose the strength that they've built up. So very common thing. The first thing I would say is, you know, you've just got to try and adapt as best you can. It's not a perfect situation, but if you can be resourceful and think outside the box, then that's going to help you. You can only do the best you can do, really. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, obviously you can use your body weight, and it depends on your training age how effective that's going to be. So from my experience, a lot of footballers don't have a very high training age in terms of their strength training. Even if you've got a very elite footballer, doesn't mean they're elite in the gym. Okay, so if you think about your body weight training and you want to develop your mass a little bit, or at least not lose the mass that you've built up over the time that you've been away from your team, then you can use bodyweight exercises. But think about, you're going to have to do reps until maximal reps, so until you can't do any more, firstly. And secondly, slow down the movements so there's more time under tension. The third thing you can do is think about the complexity of the exercise that you're doing. So let's just take a normal press up. Say you're finding press ups very easy, and then your next stage would be to slow down the movement, as I just said. So if you're still finding that fairly easy, then think about different things you can do with that exercise to increase the complexity. So the width of your hands, so narrow grip or wide grip. Maybe you're doing a staggered position with your hands as well. Another thing to do would be, you know, raising your legs up at the back, so there's more like a decline effect. Adding maybe a stability ball, so having your feet on top of that, if you've got one, that is, or even sort of on top of a soft surface. So if you have your feet up on the sofa, that's another option. But yeah, so really, to sum up, don't stress out, try and be resourceful. You can use your body weight. If that's all you've got, that's better than doing nothing. Okay, increase your time under tension, slow down the speed of the movement, so slow that right down, work until you can't do any more reps. Okay, and also think about how can you develop the complexity of that exercise to make it a little bit harder. So even, you know, with normal bodyweight squats, they can be quite easy. So think about, maybe you can do a little pulse at the bottom of that movement to just increase the fatigue a little bit so that you tire a little bit sooner. Okay, so just some simple tips there. Hope these ones help. If they do, again, please share them with your teammates, and I'll catch you again in the next video.